Greetings, traveler.
But I'm gonna give this... We'll give this one a fair go, right? So I'm gonna go get some coffee. We'll give this run a fair go. Meaning I'm going to try and rationalize the picks, and then I'm gonna try and talk to the plays. If I'm really not feeling it, then I'm not gonna push through it because I think it's just gonna end up making everything worse. So I'm just gonna take one moment and we'll get started. I think I like drafting a tad heavier, and I think Rogue can support it, so I'm gonna go play the Kraken. Sounds pretty good. I think because you already have the fan, you go with the Magi, right? I think if we didn't have the Kraken, maybe it's Sprint. This thing hits a lot, but this should still be the pick in Rogue, I think. It's already for double fan. We got the Magi, so I think you do want double fan. It's just the third fan might be a bit of a tricky pick now. They're giving us another chance to meme with the operative, but I love the gnome so we can pick combo parts. We have two fans, right? We shouldn't pick Blade Flurry, so we'll just take this. Woo, baby. I guess we just go snippety snappy, right? Pretty good. Sabotage usually catches me off guard. We do have the Poison Doctor guy around, but I do think I want some removal. Yeah, this is like where that third fan's a little monk ass. We have a Snip Snap, so maybe the Micro Machine is worth it. I think as a rogue you can sort of protect it, right? Are we doing a little Mech Rouge? We could. We could. I do not like Lab Recruiter. We could shuffle Snip Snaps, but most of the time you're not gonna shuffle Snip Snaps. I don't really want Healbot. I don't want Lab Recruiter and I don't want Ice Rager, so we don't want anything. Cool. I guess we can try and see just how bad the Healbot is, right? And Hanso could be a thing, but I think I'll just take a Stormwind. I usually struggle when my opponents put a Stormwind down. This could be Ogre. We have 1 3-drop right now. Crazed Chemist just the better card though. I think I'll just try to make turn 3 work somehow. Could pick a Regent here to make it work. Safe is a mech. Yeah, I don't know. Could pick Toxicologist as well, actually. Toxicologist wouldn't have been terrible. I'm not a huge Panda fan. I think I'll just take defense. We got 4 fans offered to this deck. We got a decent amount of mechs. Alright, let's fuck around with the Sensei. Oh man, we got a decent amount of mechs, eh? Alright, Backstab still really good. I might want the Valiant, but... What do we have for combo? The Crazed Chemist with a Backstab's pretty good. Oh, we also have the Magi. Yeah, I think it's okay. Ooh, Swashy. We do have an Underbelly Fence. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, and then Lights Champion could be a 3-mana card. Ooh, I think I want a Valiant over my second Backstab, right? Second Backstab might make us a little bit too light. Valiant's just a premium 2-mana card. Ooh, so Spider Tank is a mech. We gotta take that into account. So we have Sensei, Snip Snap, Clockwork Knight, and War Gear for all mech payouts. Swashbuckler is phenomenal though, and we do have Underbelly Fence. So I think both of these cards are very high value for our deck right now. On turn 3, we have a Lights Champion and a Snip Snap. So probably with all the mech synergy, plus the fact that we only have 2 3-drops, it's probably a tank. But we could talk about the Swashbuckler. I think we just go with the tank. It just fits so nice. There's too much mech synergy around. Alright, I actually like this card. I'm not going to say it's like amazing, but for the bucket it's in, it's a pretty good pick most of the time. This could be a Panda if we're lacking a 5, and we are still lacking a 5. We could go Deadly Poison, but I don't know. If we're going to have Backstab, 2 fans, Deadly Poison, might have a little bit too much of that, right? We do have a Blood Serrator, which works really well together with Poison. But we don't really have much combo that's required. I guess we have Valiant Poison, that's pretty good. We do have a Backstab for the Panda as well. I think it's still Panda. Ah, now I wish I picked the other one, but we're still happy with a Ninja. It's fine. That's like 6 fans offered, by the way, right? Alright, Soldier of Fortune's great here. Get a good mid-range 4. Hey, the Swash came back. Could also pick a Argent Commander, but I think we're happy with the Swash, right? Very happy with the Swash. Ooh, we could go double Backstab. I think we do. We have that Panda now, right? So 2 Backstabs, kind of nice for us. Okay, so I'm definitely not perfectly drafted, but we put in, you know. So, as for the plays, once again, we're gonna just be... Oh, that's illegal right here. As for the plays, I will very likely, you know, misplay, but at the same time, you know, we're gonna misplay less than we did the last runs. Oh, we're not up against the Rogue? I hadn't even checked, so this is actually active. This is disgusting, right? The fact this is possible. Disgusting, chat. Disgusting right here. Yeah, not today, friend. Not today. I'm so sorry. The mech shop is closed. Shut down, I would say. This feels like the game's over, right? But he could still have a sick Druid deck. That's a good reply. It's a very good reply. Alright. So you could mark to keep this alive, but we'll probably just tank and then have the option to mark the tank. Although next turn, it's quite likely we're going to go Dagger plus Bloodsail, and then on turn 5 we have Backstab as an activator for the Crazed Chemist. So, is the deck a bit heavy? No, you really want that nice mid-range part of the deck. That's quite important. Oh, we could also do this one. Nice. Rogues, so I would say rogues, their weakness is not being able to capitalize on the early board control they get, because rogues are super good at getting the early game, right? They have Backstab, they have SI, they have Perditions, they have Valiant, Deadly Poison, you know, and more. So rogues are exceptionally good at getting the board early. Their weakness is not being able to do much with it afterwards. Because that's where you fizzle out. This is tragic, by the way. So you could say, would you like to take 2 on your guy to buff your Panda for 3? But then you also lose your Backstab. So we'll just put the 3/7 down. And I mean, he skipped his turn 4, sort of, right? He used his entire turn 4 to deal with a 2-drop, so it's okay, right? We're not going to be too sad. We still have the option to Backstab plus Chemist. We still have the option to buff this guy. That's a nice hit for him. Alright, so the first thing that comes to mind is, well, I can Backstab this, and I can buff this and go face. I think that's probably just fine. I don't think we have to look much further, but as I said, you know, the last 2, I played 2 runs in 2 hours, so I was definitely playing a little faster. But I think it's hard to beat this, right? This is a pretty nasty turn, so pretty happy doing that. Can you give me a link to your variety channel? Yeah, it's just Shadybunny 2. It's literally the same channel, just add a 2, the number 2 at the end. Recycle? Alright. We could pump for damage here. Let's see. We have 5 right now. If we do this, we have 9. If we do this, we have 10. So then he's down to 5 health, and we have the fan to cycle. The more conventional line is to give this extra health. If we give this extra health, we push 4 less, so that means he's going to be at 9. If he's at 9, we have 3, 4, 7, 8. We actually still develop lethal. But not if he armors. Or maybe we do. So let's see. 5... plus another 1, that's 6. Our opponent goes to 9. He armors up to 10. We have 4, 7, 8, 9. So we don't have lethal. Okay, I'll go for the damage then. health to play around Swipe? Yeah, I feel like I want to develop Lethal, though. Also, wasn't Swipe or... No, Swipe might not have been playable so far. Alright, we got it. That was a particularly brutal game with the shutdown on the mech warper.
Valera versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
Watch your...
Why not 11 more games? You need to be a little humble, right? Is Kraken too heavy in a rogue deck? So I like one Kraken. One Kraken at the end I'm okay with, but I would prefer like 3 Scribes at the end than no Kraken. But as you can see, we weren't offered Scribe. So I think it's still better to have Kraken and no Scribes than no Scribes and no Kraken. We could Dagger instead of Micro, but that just seems worse, right? It does get around Piggy, but this also gets the Micro growing, right? Can you tell me what other games you play on your secondary channel? So, very rarely I'll play Hearthstone there, but then it's usually either in Dutch or not much talking or this or that. Most of the time it's just whichever game I'm playing at the time. Right now that's Path of Exile. But in the past it's been Overwatch or Auto Chess or Atlantica Online or any of that. Alright, this could be a little tricky. We might have to cycle the fan. So next turn we can backstab and Crazed Chemist. So I think we start with Swash, see if we get something. If not, just fan, clear the board, and we could be okay. That doesn't change the play, so fan. Okay. So because he had the Piggy on the Micro, we're not in as good of a spot. But we do have backstab, Crazed Chemist to try and get the board back. Why do you separate the channels? Because I am sort of an established Hearthstone channel, right? People come here to watch Hearthstone. So if I stream something else than Hearthstone, people will just unfollow because they're like, hey, I thought this was a Hearthstone channel. It's also just, yeah. So sometimes, you know, I will, like, I have streamed Auto Chess here. I might stream some PoE here, but I don't know. Like, it's like technically I probably shouldn't, right? That's the thing.
So many.
And that's not most people, but I do just lose followers if I'm not streaming Hearthstone.
It's not just the city of mages.
Okay. Dagger Magi. Could give us Stormwind. We could also go for Spider Tank to open up War Gear. Ooh, I like that more, don't I? I do. We also have Seal of Light then. I like that more. Why don't you host your other channel? See, that I might do. But I did that once. And then I was told, well, why the fuck do you have the secondary channel then if you're going to host it? So since then, I'm like, eh. So in a way, it's, yeah, I don't know. I'll see. People actively unfollow. Yeah, I mean, and I don't really hold that against them or so, right? We don't have to pretend that that's this heinous crime. Like, it's like, how could you, right? It's just like, well, you know, it's like you go to a restaurant and you're like, I really like Italian. And then the restaurant's like, yeah, I mean, we're not going to serve Italian. We don't feel like serving Italian today. People go like, oh, well, I'm not going to go to that restaurant anymore because I thought I could just get Italian there whenever I wanted.
Many options.
So like, it's like kind of like, you know, like, well, you know, I watched the streamer for Hearthstone. If he's not going to be streaming Hearthstone, then, you know, I'm not going to go there anymore, right? And once again, that's not everyone. That's definitely not everyone. But it does happen, which is why it's usually better if you're going to be... So, if you want to make variety streaming a regular thing, then yes, do it on your main channel, of course, and then make that transition, right? But I don't really feel the need to variety stream. So, for me, it's more just a thing on the side. whenever I'm not really feeling well, or, you know, on my days off, those kind of things. Maybe in the future that will change, right? But for now, I don't really feel the need. Yeah, and how many viewers does Crypt get on PoE compared to Hearthstone? Sorry, Lardo. Become a variety streamer, but only stream Hearthstone. Play both sides. How does this work? Is it like Ogre Ninja, Dagger to 4-1, push 4 face? He'll probably be incentivized to trade the 4-3 because of the Ninja, and then we can Dagger it down again and play Kraken. Think so, right? Big on! That's it. It's literally just that.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Crib gets a lot of viewers playing PoE, but he used to be a big name in the PoE scene. Yeah, I mean, I just know that sometimes, like, he streamed, like, Heroes of the Storm or this or that, and then he has, like, less than half what he usually gets. Also, you know, like, things are different when you're Crib size, right? Like, you play by different rules when you're Crib size. Okay, let's figure this out. We have a Stormwind champion available. We also have Northsea Kraken available. If we go for Northsea Kraken and shoot the 4-4, we can technically clear by going to 8 and then heal up. So I guess I do that. The other one is I could go Seal of Light with Backstab with the Stormwind and still take 4. So it's probably better to do this. I think we crack into 4-4 to hopefully not miss into there. I'm going to try and preserve more health, I think. I could take 5, right? Yeah, I could take 5. Uh-oh. Ooh, face is disastrous. I feel like now I backstab trade. I don't want to risk it. I feel like that's not worth the risk. I actually have a shot for lethal here, right? Champ adds 2 and Seal adds 2. Oop, never mind. It's a brutal shrink, right? Coin le dude.
Reporting for duty.
I think it's Stormwind right now because it's nice to keep our boys alive, right? So we Seal of Lights. We take 4 health back, so we're still at 8. And then we try to clear.
Behold the light of Stormwind!
No, that one.
And then next turn we could go 5-5. Imagine having a librarian here. Oh yeah. We don't have one in the deck though, right? No, we don't.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
This guy is also into some Stormwinds. So I'm assuming the play is to trade the champs, go double 5, right? Trade the ninja, or at least try. The other one would be to try and take the damage, but that's terrible, right? No.
For the Alliance!
Protocol 7
Nobody ever beholds the might of Ironforge. Stealth? Oh. Okay. Aha. We take that here, right? That saves a 5-5.
Shadows.
Here we go.
Victory
1 damage missed? Yes, but also not guaranteed, right? Because you're assuming your ogre is gonna connect, so that seems like a ballsy assumption when you're this low on health. Because what you do is you attack first with the other guy, and then just assume it all works out. I don't think we can assume that. Alright, this doesn't die, and we can trade, so we're good. Alright, that was a trickier game. He had a lot of pressure at one point, right? And that, in general, Rogue is not doing nowhere near as well as HS Replay would indicate. The second explanation is that Rogue was actually not doing well before the rotation, and they used stats from before the rotation. So it's one of those two theories probably as to why they buffed Rogue when it already seemed quite dominant. But they just made it stronger recently.
What is my purpose?
This is worrisome. My instinct is to pre-hit this, and then if he hits it goes to 3. And I might have to sensei hit it again. Oh my lord.
Here we go.
That is not so good, huh? Coin framebot is just terrifying. Hey, that is a nice draw.
Here we go.
Stab the dude. Hope no buff.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Could have been worse. Had we not pre-hit, we would have had our dagger here. But we didn't really expect him to make a dude after after he coined the 1-5. That seemed pretty awkward. But I guess coin 1-5 dude is still better than 1-5.
You can be whatever you want.
So Fan's obviously fine here. Next turn we could go Hand of Protection Panda. Do we want to smork him or trade? He could have drawn into a seal, right? So I think we actually trade.
So many options.
Just because we got Blessing of Protection Panda coming in. So I do really want to be able to hit something, and if we don't trade, we make it more likely he can buff and kill this. Most of the time, Soldier just goes face, Emperor Nero, so... Or EMP Nero. It's pretty good in that regard. I guess we still do it, but we just push 5 with the Divine Shield minion. You could also trade and take out a scroll. No, Pop and Scribe just seems dangerous, right? Pray for second Fan. I mean, you have a dagger out, so it's not too bad. The one problem I have now is if he has a damage and he kills the panda, and then the shield might be awkward against the 1/1s. Yeah, pretty much exactly this. But at least he took the extra damage. Right, will not take the extra damage. Maybe he'll just bop the shield off. Ooh. Does that give us a sabotage? Not yet. Does not even want to go into the shields. Okay. So he's gonna have a whole lot of 1/1s on the board. But we can snipe 2 of them. Just go Magi Valiant, I guess. So our Smork did sort of make him scared, right? So that was nice. Would you pick Yeti over Soldier of Fortune first arena pick? Probably. I'm just thinking for which class. There is a chance the Soldier might be better. It depends a bit. I think it depends a bit on... Do I have Faceless Rager? What are my 5-drops looking like in general? Do I have a lot of things that survive Fireland's Portal? Those are a couple variables. A 6/6 with Taunt might just be fine here. We could also Sabotage and Potion Vendor. That's pretty... that's actually pretty... oh, that's disgusting. I like that. I like that, actually. Alright.
Crush. No.
Come close and listen.
We'll take that. One more. There you go. Who wants a hug? Kind of want to keep our minions alive. I don't think it's too crazy here.
Here we go.
I think I will kill the bombs though. Get rid of bodies. With the Innkeeper, I think it was a fair trade.
What you looking at?
All right. Is the dagger better? If you trade the Kraken and you make
So
an
many
8/8,
options.
you have 10, 19, 20, 24. You actually have perfect lethal and he has no power on board. The 1-drop will get buffed, yeah, but I think I like this a bit cleaner because it also means equality doesn't save him.
Your patronage is not
So now you set up lethal. It's very clean. If it wouldn't set up lethal, I wouldn't like trading the Kraken, but I think I'm pretty happy with it right now. Because you still kill him as fast.
Ready, sir.
Bronzy would have gone face. Just want to point that out here. Silent but deadly.
Valir versus Mael.
Escape my fury. Watch your back.
I will refer to you to the text on the screen. Outlook. Do you have any golden class? So my default answer was no, but I actually got one recently because they start rewarding points in arena. I think my druid is golden. It's my druid or my warlock, one of the two. But I think it was druid. I played a lot of Mally druid and constructed, a little bit of Togwaggle, some token as well. So then when I started adding on arena wins, I got there. He went 0-3 and felt sick. Hey, hey, hey. I didn't go 0-3. What is this crap? I think it went like 4-3 twice. Ooh. Is Druid your favorite class in Constructed? When I played Constructed, I preferred Even Block. Ooh. A sexy Iron Sensei here. Get him. Get him, boy! Ooh, the Burgle on curve. If we get a top deck here, there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh. It'll do. It'll do.
How much
much is this worth to you?
Not gonna pre-hit. Taking a bit too much damage. I remember 1 and 3 Hunter, and that was not today. That was not today, okay? And it also didn't happen. So both not today and didn't even happen. This might be a game where the heal bot does something. I think right now the Panda is probably still our best bet. Just want some health to deal with the smaller things. Also, the War Gear has some synergy, right? So
We are the soul.
Here we go.
let's go this way. I'm surprised you don't have enough arena wins in your other classes. Well, they've only recently opened that up, and I'm chat drafting. I play on EU and I play on NA, so that's 3 different regions / servers. Could actually play the heal bot here to open up mech synergy, or to play a 3 and a 4 next turn.
Shadow strike.
Here we
Because then I can War Gear Dagger or play a 3 and a 4. We could also just make the highest tempo move, like Magi Dagger, and then go Stormwind. Magi Dagger is really not that. I kind of like this. I like opening up the War Gear. There's not many turns where you feel like you can heal bot, and I think here the gain is minimal, right? The gain is pretty minimal. I'm missing out on +1/+1 stats and a dagger. The upside is I get to War Gear. So it's not even guaranteed worse tempo. The one thing is that Stormwind Champion's likely to be quite a bit worse, because you don't have a dagger, and you have a 4/4 instead of a 5/5.
Someone called it.
Okay. So we could now magnetic trade, take the 6, push 3. We could also just Stormwind trade. That feels quite a bit worse. We could use the potion vendor to heal up, but then we don't dagger, so I think we stick with the original line here.
go.
And because we heal botted, we don't really fear taking the damage. And if these guys don't die, the potion vendor is great. We will trade, won't we? Yeah. You'd go phase? I don't know, man. 1 sap or... I don't know. People love sap and heal bot, you know? Just saying. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, lethal! How did the worst class run end up, Shady? It's not over yet, but you can use exclamation mark stats if you like to keep track.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Shadow strike.
Here we go.
Running program. That's a big heal bot. Chain it together. Don't have a space.
How much
There
is
you
this
go.
worth to you?
Running program. That does have rush. Using that dagger is going to... I'm gonna regret doing that, huh? Oh, no, not at all. No, not at all. I think the only thing we don't do is make a giant heal bot, right? Because we already have a giant heal bot. We don't need to make it bigger. You could maybe do it once to play around Shovel Fist. That's about it. So maybe do it once and then make 2 more. You also get to push 10 instead of 8. And then if one Snip survives, you kill him with Kraken. $14 damage to set up Kraken lethal. But what would he have to do on this board for me not to kill him with Kraken anyway? It'd have to be like sap, sap, sap. And then, you know, like whenever your line starts with, well, you know, we'd have to like sap, 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 right? Or I guess sap the heal bot, play a safe. That's probably it, right? And then you're like, oh no, you sapped my heal bot. How will I ever win from here?
Well played. Smart moves. I concede.
I think it's a minor thing, but I'll be fair. I think it's probably a tiny bit better.
You're back.
But your win rate is so high from that point, I don't think you care. No, I'm gonna backstab. That'll do. Because when you fuse double snip snap, you just add healing to his list of requirements, right? Because then he needs to like sap, taunt, heal. Like it gets even more ridiculous what he has to do. Backstab's okay. Just trying to figure out whether I should play Swashbuckler this turn. I don't think so. I think we'll just take it easy here.
Here we go.
I want to coin the ninja most likely, so maybe it's at the slowest Swashbuckler dagger next turn. What style does Warrior play to get high wins? So it's a bit tricky, but essentially I like lots of stuff. So Crusaders, Scribes, and then obviously your high impact weapons. And then on top of that, a little bit of early game that doesn't cost you too much. So stuff like Cable Rat that, you know, gives you something to play. Stuff like Loot Hoarder. Cards that don't cost you cards. Because with Warrior, you need to be very, very careful you don't run out of steam. Warrior gets run out of steam very easily because the hero power provides no value. I guess, right? So because your hero power provides no value, like the way your hero power provides value is in conjunction with weapons. If you have enough weapons, your hero power late in the game sort of starts generating value, but you can't always rely on that. But you can check that out, right? Just check my... yesterday we drafted 2 10-win warriors, if you just want to have a look. Like yesterday alone, there were 2 10-win warriors in the draft.
So
If I fan, he's left with a 3-2. And then I'd have to like coin a micro machine into that. The other play would be to coin an ogre and kill his hyena. And then the ogre could miss into my ogre, but it could also misdirect. I think usually speaking, if you don't love the fan, you shouldn't do it, right? There's going to be plenty boards where you love a fan. There's a lot of scribes out there.
here we go.
So we'll keep the fan for the boards where we're like, oh yeah, fan's great here. You could play a snake trap, you could just play a scribe. So there's probably lots of ways where this is way better. And then misdirect again? No.
Mind if I roll need?
Mind if I roll need? Kaboombot. Kaboombot makes it way more awkward.
So many.
I think what I try to do is put the ogre into the Kaboombot, dagger the loot hoarder, and put the micro machine down. If the ogre does not connect with Kaboom Bot, could be a world where we have to fan. So I don't think we dagger down the loot hoarder preemptively. I don't think that's how it goes.
This one.
Here we go.
Yeah, if ogre hits hoarder, it's pretty Monka-S, but I think the play as it stands is already Monka-S, though. Clear and bot. I'm not quite sure how we clear. Fan. You don't have a dagger, right? So, yeah. I don't think you clear. Unless I'm missing something really obvious.
Say the magic word.
Opponent's a meanie? Eh. Dealing with our micro machine, how dare he?
Your magic shall not save you.
Ah, silencing the safe before I buff. This is actually pretty nasty. I don't think the fans are that great right now. Maybe next turn we go flip this fan with soldier. I think for now we just buff and trade here. And if he wants to double trade, that's okay with us. Probably just go face 3 dagger.
Right on time.
Wrong password.
Here we go.
You could flip this and dagger it and take 3, but I think that's bad. I don't like that at all. 3 health right now is worth quite a bit. And it's not just 3 health, right? It'd be 4 health, because the 1/1 would go face as well. So we take 4 instead of 0. Haha. That'll do. That'll do. Stab the 1/1. Double fan. And that would clear. We'd be on 14, we wouldn't have a board. Unless we draw into a Swashbuckler. So, the default is we're okay. So, oh no, you would have a 1/1. What's the alternative? We could go Crazed Chemist with a fan.
Here we go.
Better to eat you.
That's a great draw. Okay. Kraken in the hand. Healbot at the ready. Should be fine.
Well played.
Well played.
That's a huge roll here. You got it. We need to not have to play Healbot here. I'll do the math after I see everything fly. Oh my god, we're gonna have to play Healbot here. Right? 2 and 2, that's enough, right? Having to play Healbot here sucks quite a bit. So if we hit the 1/1, go to 4. Healbot, go to 12. We'd have to either sabotage to try and hit the horse, or preemptively Crazed Chemist to say, hey, that's going to be an 8 and 3. Are you going to ignore that? If you do that... Alright, let's first do first things. I think hit here and Healbot, those 2 things happen. Because Kraken's out of the question. So let's say he says, screw it, full face. This is 7 plus 2 is 9. Oh, I can't Chemist. Well, I'd have to play it. Okay, so Soldier of Fortune, whatever, right? Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Same shit, you'd play Soldier. We actually can't afford that. We have to try and go for the roll here. Thank God. We can't afford to be on 3. Even with Chemist, I don't think you can afford to be on 3. He wins anyway. It's unfortunate. It's pretty brutal, man.
I give up.
Casually top decks a Kraken after all that.
Valyra versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Watch your back.
Job done.
I can't do that.
Alright, versus Rogue. Sorry, versus Druid, we have a fairly good deck with double fan. Backstab as well.
It's getting hot in here.
We do need to draw something here.
Time waits for no one.
That'll do. That'll do. Considering saving the backstab, I think I will. I think we're gonna have a better moment to use it. A 4-3 challenges a 2-3 just fine. If this were a 3-2, it'd be easy backstab. Coin hero power? I think same deal here, right? You just play soldier, stab the 1-1. Now it's just the worst position for him, right? First he was staring down a 4-3 into the 2-3. Now he's going to be staring down a 5-6 into the 2-3.
Here we go.
And this requires a lot of experience, honestly. Just more like a feeling of security. Where it's like, I think this backstab is going to do more down the line. It wouldn't have been terrible to backstab this 2-3, right? By default, not terrible. But I feel like overall it does more, and, you know, this is where it would already start doing more. Killing a 3-2 instead of a 2-3 and preserving the dagger charge. So I feel like backstab and trade a 2-3. That happens. It's likely still play a 5-5, but it's actually pretty tempting to go heal bot and then buff the heal bot, play the gnome. We'd be healing for 7 instead of 8, which is fine. And you'd technically be playing a 4-4 instead of a 5-5. I think we're sort of running out of cards to play. I think it's okay. Alright. So with Healbot and buffing it, we could still get there. I think that's more than fine. Sort of the play we geared up for. We're on 25. Healbot on curve. We've done that twice, I think, in this run already. Healbot on curve. And it's felt okay. It's sort of because Rogue pushes so hard early with, you know, in this case, the dagger and the backstab, that you're usually fine to slow down a bit. And this way we didn't really run out of cards, right? Because otherwise we would have had to kill that 5-5 with our 5-5, and now we still have the 5-5. So overall it was just way... Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. I feel like you just ship it all face and say, good luck, my friend. Because he probably pulled, what's its name? Forest Aid, right? So I think I just want to ship it all face, try to kill him before Forest Aid comes down. Because he makes a really slow play here, and I don't think we reward that by trading. We punish it by smirking. Because if he can play Forest Aid without us threatening lethal, it's really bad for us. Now we just kill. Good. Very good.
Valera versus Rexa. Let the hunt begin.
Watch your back.
No, you can check the text on top. I will dominate.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Backstab to the rescue. My boy Backstab. Ooh. That is probably the game right there. Not that we've won, but we probably would have lost had we had the tank hold. Oh my lord, yes. So he might have... So assuming that he didn't do that on good faith, we should assume he has something like a Goblin Bomb in his hand, or whatever that's called. The 2-mana deal 2. Which he had in mind to protect his Micro Machine. So we'll just keep that in the back of our head that it's quite likely he has 2-mana deal 2. Bomb Toss? Yeah, that's the one. Alright, Backstab here does nothing, so I'll just trade and play Fortune. It's good enough. We definitely don't want the Fortune to tank it, because if we think he has Bomb Toss, then he can snipe it. I'd rather have a 5-6 than 5-2 and a 4-1 if he can snipe the 5-2. Also, multi-shot, suddenly a thing.
Shall we put a kink in their plans?
Chat. Are we going in? We doing it? I think we're doing it, right? Got the safe. I think we're going in.
Here we go.
That looked like a waste to me, pretty much a 3 for 3. Yeah, I mean, when you're behind, 3 for 3 is good, right? Oh, that's a sad play, man. That's a sad day when you have to owl the opponent's soldier. Double backstab gamer? Yeah, backstab's so good. What a world we live in where killing the mech is probably better than killing the beast.
Here we go.
Was it ever fan plus spider? I don't think so. I think a 4-5 that spawns a 5-5 taunt is better to protect your 4-2 than clearing his board. And you already had a dagger charge. Now we can feel better, right? You can say, oh, I lost to a Snip Snap, bro.
Valera versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Watch your back.
Well, if he doesn't have a Piggy, Flame Cannon, Frostbolt, or any other way the mage could deal with a Micro Machine, this could be good.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
I think because you have the snap, you try, right? Normally you go underbelly fence, but because you have the snap, Ponyman! Hey, it's alive, boys! It's alive! Make my Micro Machine grow! Rah, rah, rah! Here I come! Just a harmless little mech. He shouldn't have a way to deal 2 damage, right? Because, I mean, he would have done that last turn, so... Man, if that's not a fairy dragon, this turn's way nicer. I feel like it's probably just Tall Strider phase, but oh man, that being a fairy dragon really saved him. Do we just win now? We're in a really good spot, and we're about to spawn 2 1/1s with a Clockwork Knight in hand. He's gonna have to double trade this 8/5 from the looks of it, so it's looking real good. It's just that it would have looked almost irrecoverable had that not been a fairy dragon.
Right on time.
I'll save the backstab to get through taunt. I don't think this minion matters right now, right? We want to go for the face. Looks like he has a fireball. War Mage. Looks like he top decked. No, he couldn't play it before. Could also just Magi, backstab, dagger, save coin. That looks better, right? Save the fan with Magi.
Here we go. You win.
This is an arena channel. You can't use I'm a legend player as a qualification, right?
Watch your...
We make fun of legend players in this stream. But I'm a legend player too, so make fun of me as well. We used to joke that when we saw the opponents using the legend card back, like, we're less afraid of them than a different card back. Hey, carry out. Swashbuckler, please. You probably still coin the 2/3, but man, this hand has options. Holy crap.
How much is this worth to you?
It's probably going to be dagger into backstab Valiant, so... Could also just backstab and... Oh no, next turn we backstab Valiant, the 4/3, right? So he plays a 4/3. Next turn you backstab Valiant it, you don't take the 4. But if you Valiant his face now and next turn backstab dagger it, he takes more damage. I think that's better. At the same time, you could also choose the Animal Companion, roll a Misha, and I'm really gonna wish I have 4 damage, so... Even though it is somewhat likely he's just gonna jam the 4/3, I'll play around Misha here and get 4 damage.
Depart, foul creature!
That would have been nice. Stable Mastery.
Victory for Silver.
So if we have 100% guarantee jams the 4/3, I probably just take the 4 and push 4 myself. Because I think his health total is going to be more important than ours, seeing as how good of a start we have. But he could just roll a Misha and then it's pretty bad. Alright, we got a Clockwork Knight. It's pretty awkward, this one.
Oh, who's a good boy?
Here we go.
Is it Wargear into Clockwork or Clockwork into Wargear? I feel like it's Wargear into Clockwork. I think I'd rather have a 6/6 and a 5/5 than a 10/10.
It's not just the city of mages.
Ooh, could sabotage it as well. It's going to trade into our 5/5 anyway, so I think you actually sabotage it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, guys.
What a tragedy! Better I
Ordering matters, unless it doesn't matter, right? I think what he's trying to say is that it's a good habit to always do things in the right order. And the other guy is saying it would have had the same outcome. So you guys are just taking two different things. You're just having a different conversation.
I'll take that. Right on time.
Hey, we're like slowing down and thinking about our plays and we didn't go 4 and 3. It's crazy how that works. Right between the eyes. He didn't eat that though. I mean, obviously he'd prefer not to shoot that one, but... Do you ever stream Teamfight Tactics? I haven't played it yet.
Here we go.
So now he needs taunt, not just another deadly shot. And even if he taunts, Sneaky could get around that, right?
Well played. Well fought. I can
Yeah, this was just a disgusting game where we had 2 backstabs early, then we just got the board and pushed damage.
Valir versus Rexa.
A lot of hunters here.
next up.
I'm assuming that most hunters here are just mech decks, right? Do I keep 2? If I throw 1, I increase the chance I hit underbelly, fence, and backstab. I think both of those are better, right? So I don't think I keep both. And there's another one. Versus a hunter, I might start with the gnome, because it's unlikely they can ping it, and 2 power might matter. Might be a way to kill Mech Warper with the dagger. If he doesn't have a 1 and he goes Mech Warper on 2, if we play Gnome and Dagger, we can kill it. And as we talked about just now, it's more likely they're Mech here.
I am ready.
Most higher win hunters are Mech decks. Alright, go for the rapid fire, that's fine. Just chilling. I don't really like playing the pirate, floating the mana. This is fine. We can always sneak this in somewhere. It doesn't allow us to kill Mech Warper anyway. Okay. He doesn't have a Leash the Beast in hand right now. Looks like we're gonna coin the pan though. Oh, perfect. I mean, not perfect, but good enough.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
I don't miss Sylvanas now. Sylvanas was so dumb. Like, Sylvanas just changed the rules of the game when you have her. Not a rapid fire, yep. Power Overwhelming, yeah, that was a fun arena card. And always made you think about, like, oh, what if he has PO Soulfire, right? 8 damage versus Warlock was not crazy. This is not looking too good right now, but we'll see. We're gonna have big things versus a spread of small things. Oh, he's killing it. Okay. That could work. We are gonna take some damage. We do have a heal bot in hand. And we just drew safe. Okay, it's looking better now. Looking for a fan of knives now. Probably just taunting, but healer could be good soon.
This one. Say the magic word.
I don't think I... Well, I might actually... It makes... So it makes Venomizer worse, though, because then he only has to Venomize 1/1/1 and then I still take 3. But I think I actually do it. I think I actually do
Here
it.
we go.
It makes Venomizer worse, but most of the time it's better. Marked? Marked. Okay, I thought he had a Hunter's Mark. That would be bad. Hunter's Mark would be real bad. Yeah, that's normal, Master Range. That's super normal. If you're looking for any given specific card, you're not gonna find it a lot of the time. Oh wow, this is great.
This'll fix you right up. That's the stuff.
I'm warning you.
That was great. Super nice draw. Little potion vendor to get the combo rolling. Yeah. I was thinking, do I stealth the 4/4 to play around another marked? And I was like, he'll just shoot the taunt then, so it seems like a waste. This healbot's been okay-ish, right? It's like, not oh lord. Oh lord. Alright. Well, let's see how many he has. Triple mark shot right now. So not necessarily a mech deck. We have seen a couple of mech cards though. For real, bruh. Well, I mean, if you can deal 4 damage for 4 mana as often as you like, the game gets a lot easier. Mark in the mark in the mark in the mark in the mark 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 in the mark in the mark in the mark 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 in the mark in the mark in the mark 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 in the mark in the mark mark in the mark in the mark in the mark 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 in the mark in the mark in the mark 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 in the mark in the mark in the mark mark in the mark in the mark mark mark. So yeah, game gets slightly easier. He's probably got a Hunter's Mark now to be able to kill the Kraken as well, because you know that's how we do. That's how we do here in Mark Shot Land. We just get the red card every time. Easy clap. Oh, just another one. Okay. He's dealt 20 damage worth of Mark Shots right now. And okay, cool. Still, that's 20 damage worth of Mark Shots. We got a heal bot. That we do. I feel like we just go full spread, start going aggro now. Heal bot, Lights Champion, ping his face, push 4. He's on 25. We have 4 minions on the board.
So many options.
I don't think we want to proc this and kill it. We could trade dagger, heal bot, shoot it, kill it. That means we push 0 damage and we don't get the 4/3 out. I don't like it.
Depart, foul creature.
How does this positioning work? I guess we want to keep the 4/3 separated. Should keep the 4/3 because if he explosive shots, the 1/1 will kill the other 4/3 then. So I don't think we want to let that happen. We need him to just go like force tank here. Oh, 2 Cobra shots. If you don't know I have heal bot, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Oh, 3 Cobra shots. Holy shit. He's just going straight back in. That's pretty funny. I wonder how long it will take for him to pop the grandma here. Until he realizes like, oh, 1 damage a turn is not better than making him trade. So 5 mark shots, 3 Cobra shots, 8 shots so far. That's where chat goes like, shot, 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 shot. Honestly, that's this Hunter, right? Shot, 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 shot. Rapid fire! Shot, 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 shot. Alright.
Your pathetic defense ends here.
I have to trade something into that. Still going for the one a turn. Top deck backstab. So stab the 5-2 every time, right? And then a couple of options. There's 10 phase, stealth the 3-2 so we can't double trade. There's also kill the grandma, sabotage to deny him the draw. Kill the grandma, however, does not threaten lethal. And it also does not
So many.
preserve an extra body. I really want to punish him for not popping this, right? I think it's smart.
Here we go.
Ah, have I told you guys how I hate this shit? I'm pretty sure I've told you guys how I hate this shit. Well, what do you know? Something to use my card draw minion on. And a hunter's mark as well. Very nice. Alright. I'm guessing he's going to start chickening out, and he's going to start trading now. That's so dumb though, right? If he doesn't have that, the game's so different. So we could survive, but we also aren't gonna win that way. So I guess we just lose, but we have to try.
Come close.
Here we go.
Could top deck a war gear maybe. Could top deck a snip snap. If we don't kill him now, the rapid fire kills us, so we do have to finish him. Da, 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 da.
Silent, but deadly.
My thoughts exactly. Silent but deadly. Alright. Dude, that was crazy.
Valera versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Watch your back.
Dagger could be better here.
I wonder.
Go for it. So now we got the 3 damage stab with the dagger that's 4.
Well met.
Okay.
Your pathetic defense ends here.
Marks the spot.
Crush! No! Smash! Be gone!
Why not spread on 4? Because turn 5 you want to spread. Also, you have backstab for 3. Probably doesn't want to go max pressure here. Clockwork Knight.
Right on time.
Here we go. You win this.
Valira.
So yeah, I mean you can't get away with everything.
You're back.
A 2-3 would have been better on turn 2. Well, you want to have the dagger out, I feel, to supplement the backstab. Because you don't know he's going to play a 3-3 instead of a spider tank. So I like the dagger to threaten 4 on turn 4. I like the soldier in the mirror. 6 health. It's hard to get rid of. And a Hawksteed. Well, I mean, I daggered. He can Hawksteed into the dagger. That's fine, Kyria. We don't care. It's probably just better than a 2-3.
I just want some peace and quiet.
So this will never be rush in this matchup. It's pretty slow, but I'm hoping that his turn 3 is 3 health. And then I backstab, kill it, play the tank into coin buff. Oof, that'll do. I'll let him trade it if he has 2 damage. I can play a 5-6. I don't need this Clockwork Knight to work. Saving backstab should be better. These 1/1s are terrifying with Poison Guy. So I think making one big dude is a bad idea here. I think Sensei Underbelly probably makes more sense. Or maybe even Micro Machine to increase the chance we have a target for Clockwork Knight. Probably, yeah. Leave him with 2 1/1s. Hope he doesn't get to use them well.
So many options.
Come close and listen.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
Here we go.
So I like that there's a lot of threats spread out right now. And the likelihood of a mech living is pretty high.
Such big teeth I have.
Oh, up to no good.
Okay. Kills the Sensei, that makes sense. Clockwork Knight here to trade the 1-4 and push face. It's probably fine. You could also damage this one to keep this healthy, but if he daggers and takes 6 here to kill it, I'm probably okay with it. If he has a 2 damage lackey, he can kill it anyway. It's full phase. Do I care if he evolves this? He can't pre-hit anything, right? Smack him in the face. Good old-fashioned face smacking.
Right on time.
Smack him in the face. The Trail plus Poison Guy ends the game, but so be it. I'm not gonna kill that Grandma. If I kill the Grandma, it's like I anti-Pyroblast him, right? I don't hit him for 10 or 9. Yeah, I was like, normally you kill the 1-4 for Evolve, but he can't pre-hit anything. So it's like, yeah, you can turn it into a 4-drop. But then the Evolve Lackey's gone. And we didn't miss 4 phase. I wonder if he thrashes that. I don't think he does, right? It's like he summons a 2-mana 3-2. That's not that great. 2 damage lackey? Yeah. It doesn't fit. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah. He always has to throw the 1-4 into one of our guys. Okay, so he's not summoning it. Then he does have Evolve. That's cool, right? We went really aggressive based on what we felt he could do and what he couldn't do. I think now we just keep the face train going. Just go fence, fortune, kill a 1/1, push 5. Safe is gonna be annoying, but not much to do about it.
So many. How much is this worth? Here we go.
We chunked them nice on the micro machine turn, and it's paying off right now. Soon he'll be on the single digit range. Unfortunately, we don't have a combo for the chemist here. We'd have to draw something.
I wonder.
I do assume he has a death rattle at the ready, but hopefully he doesn't. I mean, he's got Violet Haze, so he has a death rattle. It's just, is it one he wants to play? Like, safe is a slam dunk, I'd say, right? That's good, but it doesn't have taunt, so... Trade trades, we got 7. So if we top deck an activator, we actually have lethal. There we go. Good old face smacking. How does this work? I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. The instinct is key, right? This and this is very nice together, so it's just this. And I think something to play is probably fine. What is the point of playing Hearthstone? What's the point of waking up in the morning? Not like this. Monka W. Various other emotes and sentiments. I am the wolf and I'm big in the hole. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. I am the wolf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole, digging a hole. The instinct is dagger to 1/1. Could also play a 2/3. That's the only other options. Next turn, Mech Warper, right? Oh no, he would have coined it here. Would have coined the Warper. Wait, no, Blitz. For real? What the fuck, dude? How many exalts is that? Holy shit. Oh, you're playing hardcore? Oh, wow. That's even more amazing then. 140 exalts. Congrats, dude. Congrats. Holy shit.
Born underground, suckled from a teeth of stone, raised in the dark, the safety of a mountain home, skin made of iron, steel in the bones, the dig and dig makes the street, come on brother, sing with me.
No, of course, of course. But you want to know what you got in terms of worth, right? That's great. Why not backstab? Well, obviously I didn't like it. Why would you backstab? Backstab, keep the 3/3. How? Explain. Explain yourself. think I take the Sabotage. So clean. We could also go for Backstab Clockwork Knight and trade, but I don't like that. Because the Backstab currently enables the Panda, right? And the Micro Machine is still going in. Backstab doesn't really do anything here, right?
Right on time.
That could be really bad for us. It goes like Arcane Shot the Micro, clear your board. I do think if he had an Arcane Shot, he would have shot the Micro last turn already. And he's already played his top deck card, so technically there's no Arcane Shot in his hand. So probably not too bad, but he's got an option. That's bad, right? He's got something he could play. No. Okay. Champ Backstab kills the 5/6 quite clean, and you can push another 5. Can coin Kraken afterwards.
So
You could also Backstab Shadowpan Dagger, take 5, have a 6/7 instead of a 6/6 that doesn't buff your board. That seems worse. Could also Backstab the Pyro and not trade, but then he has the 1/1s. Then you have to go Backstab the Pyro, Dagger, Shadowpan, stab a 1/1. That's weird, right? I don't like that. I think I like the first idea we talked about. You like champion trade stab push 4. So you save a 4/2 versus 2 1/1s. That seems bad, right? Or not? Is that like I got a bomber, or is that like... Oh, okay. Wow. Wow.
Didn't quite hit the mark.
Oh, well, but it did. It definitely did. Absolutely did.
So
I guess a Panda and clear to 3/1's better than an 8/8.
We are the sword.
here we
Stall for lethal. I'm not sure if you've looked at the board and at the hand. We're not the ones stalling here. Stalling is not exactly the word I would use here.
Well fought.
Alright,
I
GG.
concede.
How good was Innkeeper? Overall, if the games would go that long, she was pretty good, but a lot of the time we were already killing them. Alright. Looks like we earned